Assalamu alaikum. I am Sufia Nasrin and today we are going to discuss about first chapter in physics of class 6, that is matter. And before going to the details, we have to learn first that what is matter. So, which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Like this, I am having this copy here. So we can say this is a matter. Why? Because it is having mass and occupy some space. What is mass? Mass is the amount of matter a body consists of. Like the amount of substance any body is consist of, that is its mass. And one important point of mass is that mass is different from weight. Why? Because in case of mass it is regardless of any force acting on it, like gravitational force, a force which is responsible for keeping us bound on earth. So it has mass, like the amount of paper we can say in this case. So has mass and it is occupying some space. We can say it is occupying some space. So this is its volume. The space occupied by any substance is called as volume. So which has mass and occupies space is called matter. So this is an example of matter. Likewise, this book and the bed which I am sitting on, even me also, all these are matter. So look around you, you will find plenty of examples of matter. Now here I have given some example of matter like air, clothes, food, vehicles, etc. All these are matters. Now what are the composition of matter? So Empedocles, a Greek philosopher, held that all matter is made up of four elements, that are earth, air, fire and water. Later on, Leucippus and Democritus proposed that all matter is built up of very small tiny particles of different size and shape. Now Democritus said one thing, that if you take any stone, like for example if you take any stone and if you divide it into half, we will get each half having same properties as the original stone. Now he reasoned that if you continue to cut the stone into smaller pieces, you will get a smallest piece, a tiny piece that could no longer be divided. Like it will be indivisible. So this indivisible part of matter he named atomos. Atomos means indivisible. Okay. So the opinion holds today is all matter is composed of tiny indivisible particles known as atoms. Now what are the states of matter? As we know that there are three states of matter, like solid, liquid and gas. Now the first state of matter, see this solid. Solid have definite shape and definite volume. The different solids have different properties, like they can be hard, they can be soft or rough or smooth. Example of hard solids are iron, wood, and soft solids cotton, sponge, rough solid sandpaper, smooth solid silk fabric. For example of solid Likewise, I said that this copy, see the shape of the copy, this is rectangular in shape and it is having definite volume also. Why? Because it is kept here and it is occupying a fixed space, so that it is having definite volume. Now in case of liquid, what you will see, they do not have fixed shape. They flow and take the shape of the container into which they are poured. Now they have fixed volume. Why? Because even if they change their shape, they will occupy the same amount of space. For example, see this figure. If we pour the same amount of liquid into different containers, it will occupy the same space. So the volume is fixed in case of liquids. Examples of liquids are oil, milk, juice, as we know, etc. Okay. Now in case what are the properties of gas? Gases do not have definite shape. They spread out to fill up all the space available to them, and they do not have a definite volume also, and they are often invisible. Like example, we can say that where you are sitting now or where you are standing now, you feel that the space is empty, but it is not empty. It is filled up with gases. Example of gases are oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, etc. Alright. Now what are the difference between solids, liquids and gases? In this case, you will get to know two terms. What is interparticle space and the another is interparticle force. Now interparticle space, what is interparticle space? These are the two particles of a matter, and the amount of space between these two particles is called interparticle space. The amount between the two particles of any matter is called interparticle space. Now what is interparticle force? The force of attraction between the two particles or between the particles of any matter is called interparticle force. The force of attraction, the force by which they are attracting themselves is called interparticle force. Now here we will compare the properties of solids, liquids and gases. Now see this one. Assume this is an ice cube. Okay. So this is a solid thing. Now see the particles. These red dots are particles. Okay. So you will see these solids, the particles are very closely packed. They cannot move freely. They are very closely packed. So the interparticle space, that is the space between the particles, is very low. And the interparticle force, the force by which they are attracting themselves, is very high. Because of that, they are closely packed. So the interparticle space is very low in case of solids and interparticle force is very high in case of these solids. And a solid cannot be compressed. We cannot compress a solid because the particles are already very closely packed. So we cannot compress it. But however, we can compress sponge, bread, all these solids. Why? Because they have small pores within them. So in those pores they have air. they have air, so think about that, what we are compressing actually. We are compressing the air between them present in those pores. Now see a glass of water. So water is a liquid thing. In liquids the particles are loosely packed as compared to solids. So see the particles are loosely packed, so the interparticle space is more than solid, and the interparticle force, the force by which they are attracting themselves, the interparticle force is less as compared to solid. Alright. Now next thing, a cup of coffee. See the vapor? This is a gas. Now here see the molecules or see the particles. The particles are far apart from each other. So the interparticle space is very high in case of gas, as because the molecules or the particles are far apart from each other. As they are far apart from each other, the interparticle force is very high. So in case of gas, the interparticle space is high and the interparticle force is very low. So again I am telling that in case of solid, interparticle space is very low and interparticle force is very high. In case of liquid, interparticle space is more than solid and interparticle force is less than solid. In case of gas, interparticle space is very high and interparticle force is very low. Now in your book, page number 16, you will see one chart is there, which is the differences between the solids, liquids and gases. There are some properties according to which they are different from one another. So learn this box properly. So this was all about the chapter matter. Now let's move on to your exercise. See, these are the objective type questions. Number A, choose the correct option. Number 1, answer is C, chalk. 2, A. 3, A. 4, C. 5, C. Fill in the blanks. Number 1, earth, air, fire, water. Number 2, liquids. Number 3, fluid. 4, invisible. 5, interparticle forces. 6, solid. Now see true and false. Number 1, true. 2, false. 3, false. 4, true. 5, true. 6, false. Match the columns. Number 1, solid. 2, gases. 3, gases. 4, liquids. And 5, solids. Now name the following. A solid that can be compressed, sponge. A solid that can be cut easily by knife, apple. A solid that can be broken easily, chalk. A hard solid, iron. A solid that can be stretched, rubber band. Now, subjective type questions. See the answer of subjective type question. This is number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9.